Good morning or good afternoon if you are in my fifth hour. Hopefully you got my email yesterday, which would be today for me, regarding class. I have a few doctor's appointments today that I could not get out of. I couldn't reschedule them, and Fayette County had actually changed our start date. So you guys were supposed to come back on Monday, but then they pushed it to the 7th, which is why you have a video lesson today because I will be at the doctor. However, I will have my phone on me, so if you have any questions about anything you need to email me about, please do, and I will respond as soon as I see the email. So I'm going to share my screen and tell you what I have for you all today. I'm obviously not going to record a 50-minute long video, so this will just kind of be brief instruction for you. And then you will work on what I have for you today. And the assignment that we're going to do today is something I always do with my classes when we come back from Christmas break. Like I said, I hope you all had a good break. I hope you put your computers away and got some time outside and got some time to spend with your family. Hopefully you stayed well and didn't get ill over the break. So here's our agenda. You're watching this video now. I'm going to walk you through everything you're doing today. You're going to do a goal setting assignment, and then you're going to do an attendance quiz that is going to count for your attendance today, but it's also something along the lines of what we're already doing in class. So our learning target is that today I am reviewing procedures and the syllabus for social studies so that I can reflect on best practices for my social studies class. I'll know I've got it when I complete and submit my 2021 goals and then take today's attendance check-in. So there are two things you're responsible for, which we'll get to. Before I get to what you're doing today, I want to review the syllabus, which I have updated on Canvas. Updated just with a few changes, and then with some other things. So I'm going to show you guys that if I can pull it up. Okay, so here it says syllabus, it says updated. So if you're interested in seeing an updated version, and Google doesn't want to connect, of course, I will fix this for you all, and I'm going to pull it up where I know I have it. I will upload that in a different way so you guys can see it, but just because I'm already on video, I will show it to you here. Okay, so it looks the same. I did add in some check marks of units that we have finished. We are going to finish up Medieval Europe starting next week. We will quickly get through it. We only have about 2 more sections in the text, and then we move on to the development of the Arabian Peninsula, medieval Africa, medieval China, and then get to the Americas with some, hopefully, we will get to the Renaissance and Reformation. The things that I added were down here. It says new procedures and policies for NTI 2DL. It's honestly nothing new. It's just in writing for me. So this is stuff I've been saying to you guys since we started, but I feel like maybe you want to see it on paper. Maybe mom or dad or grandma or grandpa or whomever at home would like to see it just to clear things up. So the first thing it says is, it is not necessary to email me when you have submitted late work. I know that there are teachers on Dream Team that like for you to do this. I'm not one of them, because I will actually go back and look in every single submission tab. So you don't need to tell me that it has been submitted. I promise you I will find it. And if I don't find it, I tell you guys, I'll say, hey, I updated grades over the weekend. I have updated everything that I have, and at that point is when I tell you guys to email me, because it might be you had a submission error or something like that. However, when you submit late work, you have lost the privilege of quickly graded work. Do not harass me about getting your late work graded. In order to avoid this whole debacle, just submit your work on time. You guys know that my deadlines are never quickly turn around. I don't give you guys, I give you all plenty of time to do your assignments. I never say, hey, here's an assignment, it's due in an hour. So make sure that you're just getting your assignments in on time, and then you don't have to deal with late work or missing an IC. If your parent or guardian is worried about a missing you have because you turned it in late, you can let them know that I grade late work weekly, not daily, and they can always email me with questions. So if somebody at home is saying it's still missing in IC, but you told me you turned it in, they can email me and I will say, hey, I haven't gotten to late work this week. So they may have turned it in. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Email me or message me on Canvas if you're going to be absent for a class period. You guys are pretty good about that already. As long as we are in NTI 2DL, there will be weekly Zoom tutoring sessions on Wednesdays. I do those from 11 to 12. And then individual Zooms can be requested. So if you don't like people and you just want to meet with me, just let me know and we can set up an individual one. Targeted assisted services is still online only. I do that for social studies on Tuesdays from 2 to 4. If anyone wants to join it, let me know and I'll get you the link. So just a few reminders when it comes to class. Nothing too crazy. And like I said, it's basically everything I always tell you guys, but I put it in writing. I will fix it on Canvas by tomorrow when you're watching this. The link for you to actually view the syllabus will be updated. I don't know why it's being wonky like that. Okay, so I always do goal setting with my kids when we get back from holiday break because I think goal setting is important. I do individual goal setting, and I like to reflect back on the year. So what you guys are going to do for me today is before we, jump full 2 feet into content next week, we're going to kind of ease our way back into Canvas, ease our way back into digital learning. And that this is with our New Year goals assignment. So if you click here, then you'll click the link. This is due on Monday. So most of you will get it done during your class period today because like I said, I don't expect this instructional video to be more than 10-15 minutes. And then you have the rest of my class period to get this assignment done. So click the link. And then you need to do open with Google Slides. Yours might not prompt you to do that. I think mine just does it because mine's a Mac. And then as always, some of you might have forgotten this, and that's okay. But you need to do file, make a copy. You could sit here and play with this until you're blue in the face, and it's not going to let you edit until you do file, make a copy. So do file, make a copy of the entire presentation. And then I'll just put second hour, but you guys can put your last name as always. And then here is my document that I can edit. So at the top, we just have some vocabulary that is always good when we're looking forward to a new year. I don't know if you guys are like me, I'm hoping for bigger and better and more amazing things in 2021 than 2020. So things like action, challenge, courage, growth, goal, mental health, motivation, perseverance, physical health, plan, resilience, resolution, self-talk, SMART goal, which you're going to make a SMART goal today, and a vision. So just some different vocabulary to get you thinking about your goals for 2021. Here's a calendar if you're interested in what the year looks like. Okay, so you're going to do a yearly recap. This is all, there are already text boxes here. So if you want to delete the lines and just type under it, I'm fine with that. I don't care if the lines are there or not. So what are 3 things that you learned about yourself last year? 3, they don't have to be academic, but they can be. So maybe you thought, I do learn best on a Chromebook. So maybe that's something you want to put. Or you learned a new trick for your sport, or you learned a new song for band, or you learned a new hobby. A lot of people got into hobbies last year. So 3 things that you learned about yourself last year. What is the greatest lesson you learned from a mistake last year? So something happened. We talked a lot. If you're in my AL, we talk about mistakes and just, choosing to do better the next time. What did you learn from that mistake? 3, what is your favorite memory from last year? So I know 2020 was rough, but you have to have at least one favorite memory. 4, what are things what things would you like to repeat this year from last year? So maybe you took on a lot of responsibility because you're doing this online learning. And that's something you want to continue even when we go back to the classroom. 5 is what changes you will make this year. And then 6 through 10 are just kind of some fun questions for you. Setting a SMART goal, you're going to set a short-term goal, and then you're going to set a long-term goal. So it says one should be considered a long-term goal and the other is a short-term goal. Remember, your SMART goal should be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. So you don't want to say, my goal is to become a millionaire by the end of 2021, unless that's actually attainable and that's something that you could do. So here's an example. So this one says by March 3rd, so that would be a short term, I will raise my grade in math from a 72 to an 84% or higher by turning in all of my homework, attending tutoring, and studying for tests. So you can't just say, I want to raise my grade from a 72 to an 84. Tell me how you're going to do that. And these don't all have to be academic. They could be about your sports, your hobbies, your home life, your relationships with your parents or relationships with your grandparents, relationships with your siblings, relationships with your friends. So don't feel like you have to make these goals about school. They're not just about school. If you want them to be about school, that's fine. So you'll do one short term, which is something you can get done within 6 months, and then one long term, which is 6 months to a year. So by the end of 2021. Then the last component is you are going to write a goal for each of your classes. So I'll put, you'll have social studies. I'm going to do the core ones first: math, science, language arts. And then you can pick so like I know a lot of you have world language. You can do Spanish or French. And then if you want to, because I know some of your all's electives are year round, like if you have band or I think chorus and orchestra, but then some of them are only 9 weeks. So if you want to put a 6th class, you can, but you don't have to, because I know some of you like are done with a class from December. Put your current status here. So for social studies, maybe you're going to put your grade. So maybe like an 82. We'll talk about grades at the end of class, so don't let me forget. Well, you can't let me forget, I'm on video. So maybe you have an 82. Maybe your goal for the new year is to maintain, well, let's do 85. You have an 85. Maintain a B throughout the rest of the year or higher. And maybe for math, that looks differently. So current status, maybe for math, you could put, you have an F and it's a struggle for you. And then tell me what your goal for the new year is. So pretty basic, just a nice way for us to get our minds in the direction of, making 2021 better, setting some goals. Like I told you all, I'm a firm believer in goal setting. When you get done, you will simply go to Canvas. At the top, it says submit. You have to find this file. So I would just type New Year in your search and then upload it. And then you'll be good to go. Like I said, this is due Monday, January 11th. Then the last thing you're going to do for me today, which again, this shouldn't take you longer than our 55 minutes that we normally meet in class. So you can get this all done before, tomorrow, and you don't have to think about it over the weekend, is you do need to take this attendance check-in. It's about goals as well. There's 3 questions. 1 reflects on 2020, 2 reflect on 2020, a good thing and a bad thing. And then the 3rd one is something that you're hoping for in 2021. This quiz will let me know that you came to class, you watched my video, and you got your stuff done. So I will check this attendance quiz. I'm going to put the due date for this quiz as midnight tomorrow, because it will tell me who went in and watched this video and took this quiz, and that is your attendance for today because I'm not doing a live Zoom. So that is all for your instruction. Like I said, I am going to be on email. Do not feel like you can't email me. If you are struggling with something, let me know, and I will be at the doctor's office, but I will get back to you as soon as I can. When it comes to grades, I will be updating. I'm updating grades this evening. I'll be updating them again tomorrow. I have to have grades posted by 3 p.m. on Friday. I'm not taking any more work. So I told you all you could turn it in over Christmas break, and I'm going to grade that and count it. But after tonight, I'm not taking any more. So what is in when I go to grade this evening will be all that I'm taking, because you guys have had like 2.5 extra weeks, because I don't even think all teachers took work over Christmas break. Besides that, I think that's all I have for you guys. I'm so sorry that I could not be with you in class today. It was not ideal for me to miss your first day back. But like I said, I couldn't reschedule these appointments. I will be with you all on Monday. Hopefully you have your work done. And if you need anything, you guys know where to find me. And I hope you have a great first day back. See ya.